Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's. We're going to get started in the center of our page at the top of the beak. Then we're going to curve down over towards the left and then pulling it down towards the side. So we're going to start at the top, right here, we're going to draw a little point, curve over towards the left, and then just angle it downwards. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. Starting at the top, we're going to curve over towards the right, and then pulling it down on the side. Let's connect those 2 points with the curve that goes down in the middle. Starting on the left, we'll curve down, back up on the right side. Now up here, I just want to draw a little bit of a fold in the beak. So right up here, we're just going to draw a little curve that goes across from left to right. Let's draw on the bottom side of the beak. So from the left to the right, I'm going to connect it with a curve, almost like a half circle. Curving down towards the bottom, and then back up on the right side. Now I'm going to draw the inner part of the beak. So I'm going to start on the side, stepping in towards the right, I'm going to curve down. So it's going to get a little bit thicker along the bottom, and I'll pull that back up on the right side. Starting up here on the left, curve down towards the bottom, and I'm going to pull that up on the right side. Let's layer in some teeth. So just at the bottom here, I'm going to leave a gap in the center and draw two short lines side by side. On the left side, I'm just going to draw a straight line going across. Do the same thing on the right side. Now I'm going to draw two short lines on the left side here, just to separate the teeth. We'll do the same thing on the right side. I'm going to go ahead and color the inside of the mouth in black. Let's draw in the eyes beside the beak. So on the left side here, along this curve, about halfway down, I'm going to draw a curve going upwards. Going in, and then up. Draw the same thing on the right side. So right here, curve in, and then up. We're going to take these points and just draw a circle coming back in beside the beak here. So on the left side, curve up and out, pull it around, and then right in towards the side of the beak. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving out, then around, and then in towards the side of the beak there. From here, I'm going to tuck the eyeballs in towards the inside of the eye. So just inside here, I'm going to start up here and draw a circle coming around and back in. Starting at the top, circling around, and we'll pull that back in towards the beak. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Lining up the top, curve around towards the side, and then just pull that in beside the beak. We're going to color the outside areas in black. On the right side. Now let's draw two smaller circles, just touching the inside edge of the eye for the iris. So starting up here, we'll circle around to the side, and then we'll pull that back towards the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting on the inside, go around, pulling around towards the bottom, and then back towards the inside. On the top left side here, we're going to draw in two circles for the highlight. Starting on the left, draw one circle, and then the same thing on the right. Now behind the highlight, I'm going to draw in the pupil. So at the bottom of this highlight, I'm going to circle around, and then just pull that in towards the side. Then I'm going to color that pupil in black. Let's do the same thing on the right. So at the bottom of the highlight, let's circle around, and then come in towards the side. We'll color that in black. Now that we have this in place, let's draw in the head. So at the bottom of the beak, we're going to step up on the side slightly. I'm going to draw a curve that goes up and out. Towards the left, do the same thing on the right. So lining up the inside, curve up and out towards the right. Now I'm going to take this point, curve around up to the top of the head, and just come down to our center point. So we start on the side here, we're going to go up and in. So going around the eye, going up to the top, and then just pull that down slightly in the center. We're going to start that back at the top and curve around down towards the right side. So starting off by going up, pulling it down, and right in towards that jaw. Let's add in the two eyebrows. So above the left eye, we're going to step up and draw a curve. On the outside, going in. Now I'm going to start back at the outside again and curve around and just pull that back down towards the inside point. So it's going to get a little bit wider and then just curl that back in towards the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the front, curving across the eye. Start at the front again, curving around, and then just tapering out towards the outside. Now let's draw the little feathers at the top of the head. We're going to start with the center one first. So in the middle, we're going to step up, curving down. Go back up to the top, we'll curve down. Now about halfway along this curve, I'm going to start right here and curve out towards the left. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving out towards the right. I'm going to take the point on the left and curve it down towards the top of the head. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Now that we have the head, let's work our way down the body. So I'm going to start on either side of the beak, just underneath the head here. On the left side, I'm going to curve down. So it's got a slight tilt this way. On the right, we'll do the same thing. So their body is actually angling outwards this way. We'll take those 2 points and connect it with a curve. Just coming down at the bottom, up on the right side. Let's draw on the hips. So on the left side here, I'm just going to bulge out, a little curve like that. Same thing on the right side. Now I'm going to take these 2 points and curve down towards a center point. So on the left, I'm just going to dip downwards in towards the middle. We'll do the same thing on the right. So we're going to curve up towards the hip on the right. From the tops of the shoulder, I'm just going to draw the bottom of the bib. So from here on the left, we're going to draw like a half oval, coming down towards the middle and back up on the right side. I'll come back to the lettering afterwards. Let's continue down with the legs. So on the inside in the middle here, we're going to step over towards the left a little, curving out. We'll go over towards the right and we'll curve out. Now we're going to go out towards the bottom of the hip here and curve out in the opposite direction and then down. The same thing on the right side, curving down so that they're roughly at the same height. I'm going to connect these 2 points with a curve. Do the same thing on the right, curving down, back up. Now we're going to draw the kneecap. So right in here, we're going to draw a little half circle. From the corner of this leg, curve down, pull that back up. It's like a little half circle. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving down, and then back up. Let's draw in the shins. So from here, on the inside, we're going to curve out again, back down. On the outside of the knee, we're going to do the opposite, curving out, back in. On the right, we'll do the same thing, curving out and back in. We'll connect those 2 points with the curve again. Curving across, do the same thing on the right side. Let's go back to the left side and draw on the foot. So right here, the bottom of the foot, we're going to curve down. Let's do the same thing on the right, curving down. Now let's draw on the 2 toes that go out this way. So from the heel, I'm going to curve down and out towards the left, towards the first toe, to right about there. From here, I want to curve back up in the opposite direction, curving up. From the tip of that toe, I'm going to step up and then curve out again. Now from here, I want to curve right in towards the bottom of that leg, just curving up and out. Let's do the same thing on the right. So from here, curve down, then over towards the right. I'm going to curve the first toe, going up. From this tip, we're going to step up, curving out. Pull this right in with a curve towards the inside of that leg. Let's go back up to the top and draw on the arms. So I'm just going to have the arms hanging down in fists. So we're going to start with the shoulder area first. So just on the side of the body here, we're going to curve up towards the left. We'll line it up on the right side, curve up towards the right. Now I take these 2 points and do a hard turn in underneath the head. So pulling that right in. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to draw on the upper arms. So from this point in the shoulder, I'm going to bulge it out and pull it back in. On the inside, we're going to do it in the opposite direction, curving around. Now I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve that goes up in the middle, then down. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So from the outside of the shoulder, we'll curve out, back in. From the inside, we'll go in the opposite direction. And we'll connect those 2 points with a curve. Let's draw in the forearms. So we're going to repeat this step. So from here, curve out, back in. On the inside, we'll curve in that way. Now we're going to connect those 2 points with a curve for the wrist, going across. Let's do the same thing on the right. So from the inside point here, we're going to curve to the wrist. On the outside, we'll do the same thing. And again, we'll connect those 2 points with a curve. Let's go back to the left side and draw on the fist. So from this corner here, we're going to start with the thumb. We're going to draw a little half circle going around. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a little bracket. And at the bottom of this thumb, we're going to swirl around the bracket and pull it upwards. We're going to step down and just do another hook going up. And then at the bottom here, we're going to curve around and towards the wrist for the final finger up like that. Let's take that fist and flip it over on the right side. So from right here in the wrist, we'll curve around that half circle. We'll draw a little bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to step down here, swirl around the bracket, and pull that up. We're going to step down, curving out for the second finger, and then the third finger will curve right in towards the wrist. The final step, we're going to add the lettering in here. It says let's eat. So let's start at the top, going across this way in an angle. We start with the L. We start by drawing a curve the bottom. Now I'm going to round out the ends. Rounding out the ends. And I'm just going to pull these back down to the inside and then towards that curve. Let's draw the E. So on the side we're just going to curve around. From here we're going to do a little curl. Do one other curl in the middle. And we'll curve that around towards the bottom. Now let's draw the T. So at the top, curve across. We'll hook in the insides. And then from here we're going to connect those 2 points with a curve that comes down towards the bottom and then back up. We draw a little apostrophe. So we're going to draw like an angled raindrop. So from here, beside the T, we go up, curve around, and then back down. Now for the S, we're going to start on the side here. We curve in towards that apostrophe and then back around. We're going to go back down towards the side here, curving around the bottom, and then we'll just pull that back up. Let's draw the letters EAT. So right on the side, we're going to repeat that E right down here. The curve. We'll hook around the top, the middle, and then the bottom. Then the A goes right beside here. We go up and then down. We'll curl up the inside on the left, and then on the right we'll just connect it with a little line. In the middle here I'm just going to draw a little circle. And we'll repeat that T. So we're going to start with the curve along the top, hook the ends inwards, and then we'll connect those 2 points with a curve that comes down, back up. I'm going to add one little exclamation mark right here, curving around with a dot, and that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send us your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.